What's up guys, Blake from Football Boost at Koduke here, and today we'll be counting down the top 10 most expensive January transfers from around the world for the window just past. So who's been splashing the cash to either push for trophies or survive relegation? Let's find out. The January transfer window has resulted in some iconic signings in the past decade, including Luis Suarez to Liverpool from Ajax, Nemanja Vidic to Man United from Spartak Moscow, Daniel Sturridge to Liverpool from Chelsea, while deadline day is treated as a bank holiday from some passionate fans. Everyone remembers the whopping £50 million Chelsea paid for Torres back in 2011, so today we list the most expensive transfers in the 2017 January transfer window. A worthy mention will be Carlos Tevez and his move to Chinese side Shanghai Shenhua, who paid, hear me out, £71.6 million for him, which is most likely the highest ever fee paid for a 32-year-old. Not just that, but the club will be forking out £615,000 or $774,000 a week, making him the highest paid footballer on the planet. Crazy. At 10 is former Man United winger Memphis Depay, of which signed a reported 4.5-year deal worth £16 to £17 million for Lyon. A player which had been directly compared to Cristiano Ronaldo for his pace, power and technical ability, Depay, who did wear the famous number 7 shirt at United, but can the Dutchman now prove his worth in a much less pressured league? Signing with United for £25 million back in 2015, the Red Devils won't be too disappointed with that loss. Depay, which stood out at the 2014 FIFA World Cup for Netherlands, had been picked by several pundits to be the next Ronaldo at United, but after several injuries and a lack of form, meant Depay would see more of the sidelines than on the pitch. In 53 appearances for the club, Depay just netted just 7 goals, not great for a player taking the famous number 7 shirt spot. At 9 is Axel Witsel, who can't stay away from the high wage as he moved from Russian power club Zenit St. Petersburg to Tianjin Quanjin for £17 million, joining the likes of Alexandre Pato, who just moved to the club as well for £15.5 million. It seems like another money-grabbing move for the 28-year-old, who has been linked to several moves to bigger European clubs in his career, including Juventus and Man United. As quoted by Matt, the more or less better version of Marouane Fellaini, Witsel was a great passer of the ball, great in the air and overall a very nice and tidy midfielder. The Belgian's bank account was overflowing while at Zenit, winning just one Russian Premier League title in 2015, while now at Tianjin he was quoted by saying, "I did not move to China just to pocket the money." But it's very hard to believe that. Witsel will earn a reported €18 million annually over 3 years of his contract. The deal was just one of several Chinese moves in this list. At 8 was a player I've never heard of until now, Zhang Chendong, who moved from Beijing Guoan to Hebei China Fortune for a record-breaking domestic transfer fee of £17.3 million. Chendong joins former Man City manager Manuel Pellegrini's side, where he is considered to be one of China's best players at the moment. Chendong plays for the Chinese national team as a defender under coach Marcelo Lippi, and the Chinese footballer joins the likes of Gervinho, Ezequiel Lavezzi and Stefan Mbia at the Hebei-based club. At 7 sees Odion Ighalo moved from Watford to Changchun Yatai for a reported fee of £20 million. Ighalo, who lit up the Premier League last season, has struggled for match time under new manager Walter Mazzarri, and this forced a big money move to China. Scoring 16 Premier League goals last season, Ighalo was one of those unexpected players who did well, and this has enforced a move to China. The 27-year-old is known for his pace, dribbling and finishing abilities and should score a bunch of goals at the club. It makes sense as Ighalo moves on as Watford signed 2 strikers of Mbaye Niang and former West Ham and QPR striker Mauro Zarate. At 6 we see Morgan Schneiderlin move from Manchester United to Everton for a reported fee between £20 and £24 million. At United, under Mourinho's management, Schneiderlin struggled for match time and was most often used in cup matches and seen as injury replacements for Ander Herrera, Michael Carrick and Paul Pogba. Schneiderlin reunites with former boss Ronald Koeman, who he played under at Southampton. The Frenchman played a reserve role at the Euros with France and is known for his passing, tackling and intercepting abilities and should fit in nicely in the Everton midfield. Schneiderlin will more than likely become the heart of the new Everton midfield with the likes of Ross Barkley and Idrissa Gueye. West Ham fans look away. At 5 is Dimitri Payet, who's moved back to Marseille in a fee worth £25 million. One of the most exciting footballers to watch in the Premier League has moved back to former club Marseille, which shocked West Ham fans. According to West Ham co-chairman David Sullivan, Payet wanted to move away from the club 6 to 8 weeks before he left. The Frenchman forced to move away, which was not liked by their loyal Hammers fans. Snakes and spineless were 2 of the kind of words you would describe Payet's actions before leaving the club. Receiving the number 11 at Marseille, Payet said, "I was not feeling good at the club anymore. I don't need to justify my behaviour at all. Slaven Bilic and I had conversations face to face. I will speak about this, but not now. It's not the right moment. I prefer to savour this moment at a great club and return to that at a later date." Payet joins Marseille along with Patrice Evra, who recently joined the club from Juventus. Such a shame to see a player like Payet leave the Premier League. At 4 is a name which most people have never heard of, Goncalo Guedes. The Portuguese footballer joined PSG from Benfica for a fee of £26 million. At just the age of 20 years old, this must mean he's a big and upcoming player, signing for €30 million. At just the age of 20, Guedes has already won 2 league titles with Benfica. He's not known for his goal scoring, but he's more of a playmaker who's a great passer and dribbler of the ball. But yes, expect big things from the young Portuguese midfielder in the coming years. One of the most talked about prodigies in the past year is at 3, Gabriel Jesus, who signed for Manchester City from Palmeiras back in August 2016. He's officially moved to the Manchester-based outfit for a fee of £27 million. Like Guedes, when a player at the age of just 19 signs for your club, he must mean business. Brazilian forward scored 21 goals for Palmeiras in 2016, which attracted interest from almost every big European club. Jesus has already played for Brazil, scoring 4 times, and looks set to be Brazil's next big number 9. Big cool, but not far from the truth. The likes of Yaya Toure has hailed Gabriel Jesus as part of the brilliant new generation of players at Manchester City. A midfielder of humongous talent is at 2, Julian Draxler, who moved from German outfit VfL Wolfsburg to PSG for £34 million. A more or less attacking midfielder, Draxler is known for his dribbling, crossing and technical abilities, and should fit in nicely in Unai Emery's PSG side. With several big European clubs wanting to sign the German, including Arsenal, Draxler was quoted as saying this club has great potential and has gained a lot of respect in recent years. The German began his career with Schalke, who are also known for producing players such as Mesut Ozil and Manuel Neuer, moved to Wolfsburg in 2015. Draxler played under Joachim Löw's Germany 2014 World Cup side, which won the tournament. At 1 is yes another big money China move, and yes involving another South American footballer, Oscar, who moved from Chelsea to Shanghai SIPG for a whopping £60 million, joining another money grabber Hulk at the club. Under Antonio Conte, Oscar was really played under his 3-4-3 system, and this forced a move away to China. Strange, a player of Oscar's caliber didn't move to a club like Juventus. It seems like the money factor was too big for the Brazilian. That is the list. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, we'll see you next time.